Okay, so, there are things that I've talked about on my previous moto vlogs, and, I pretty much talk about everything and anything. But one subject I haven't really got into is religion. And, the, the topic comes up in forums I go to, and now is as good of any other time as any to talk about this subject. So if I don't talk about it now, I'll be sure to talk about it later. But one of the threads that I was reading, excuse me, and one of the threads at the Mukamo forum, which is a Filipino blog and forum site, and the topic that came up was, the title stated, if there was a God, why is there suffering? And that was the title of the thread, or the topic. And there were a lot of responses, and there were like maybe 6 pages of responses, so I couldn't read all of them. It's hard for me to spend a lot of time reading up on every single response, but I responded with the topic of, if there's a God, why is there suffering? I stated that when I was younger, and I was pretty naive. Back in the Philippines, I was raised as a Catholic, and for the majority of the people in the Philippines, everybody is a Catholic there. Not everybody, but for the majority. There are also Muslims in the southern part of the country, but as I grew up, I attended Catholic school, so I was taught the Bible and anything that deals with Catholicism. And so, as a young person, you're set to believe that God is good, and there's the devil, that's the bad. So it's a battle between good and evil. But then, if God is good, why do people suffer? And, whether it be the death of someone through violence, like a shooting, or, through murder, or, people just die from diseases, or people can die from extreme weather, such as tsunamis. And why does God allow all of these things, even if he is supposedly the what represents good, and everything that how should I put this? It's hard to talk about this topic because it can be touchy, and there are a lot of opinions, and I'm just stating this from my perspective. So I don't speak for everybody, I'm just speaking for myself. And God is supposed to represent what is good, plain and simple. And if he is good, then why does he allow people to suffer? But then everybody can put the blame on the devil, which represents everything evil. But that doesn't make sense, because like I said, why do people suffer? You can't put all of the blame on the devil. I mean, I don't think people think that way when it comes to religion. So, it's hard to grasp whether God has intended for people to go through pain and suffering. But I'm out of time for this video. I'm now at the house. I'll just continue talking about it on my next video. This is USS Princeton 2004 signing out.